Need to go out and purchase these 2024 Volkswagen Golf GTI. Look at her, she's sounding all shy. All of a sudden, camera turns on. And I say, get the 2024 Mark 8 Golf GTI and Golf R because it's the last year, as we know it, that where you can currently get this.
Yeah, there's love, there's hate, lies and games, faith.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and then today we're going to let you know some reasons why you absolutely need to go out and purchase these 2024 Volkswagen Golf GTIs and Golf Rs, especially if you're in the US or Canada specifically, because those are the places where you can get the manual gearbox in its last year. So that's the big main reason, but there's a couple other reasons why you're going to want to get the 2024 model year versus the refresh model that's coming in 2025. So let's get into this. All right, everyone. So I'm going to explain part of the problem, or part of the reason why you need to rush out and get cars like these, why you can still get them. And it's because of where we are at this moment in history. In this moment in time, you know, history kind of repeats itself, and right now we're essentially back in the time of the French Revolution, essentially, where I'll just break that down real quick when I say the French Revolution. The French Revolution was basically the elites have been running things through a form of classism for a long time, where, you know, if you didn't have a lot of money or status and name, power, you know, then you were pretty much treated like crap, and a lot of people would be wrongly imprisoned or would, you know, be killed, died, just because, you know, they didn't have a name, a title, or, you know, they were in the wrong class, basically. And then after a while, the masses got tired of it, and they banded together and they basically started rebelling against the wealthier class, or what we now call the 1%. And they started chopping their heads off in guillotines, right? So that's essentially where we're at right now. And I think the elites know it, and they're afraid and aware. And what they're trying to do is limit the ability for people to congregate and have fun and talk and even band together. They want to keep everybody in this form of an individualism and make life so boring. And their whole theory was that they will have nothing and love it. They'll have nothing and be happy. And that theory in and of itself is what's causing, so their fear and what they're trying to push onto everybody, their fear of being wiped out, is what's causing them to eventually get sidestepped. And I want to even break it down, because I don't want to vilify anybody. I want to explain the group of people that currently run the world, right? You're talking about people that back in the day, they had to work hard. They came from people that work hard, you know, plowing fields and growing their own fruits, vegetables, food, anything that they needed to eat. They would salt their fishes. They didn't have, you know, refrigerators. A lot of them didn't. They grew up that poor, and in that time, if they wanted to send a letter, they had to go buy a bottle of ink. They had to work hard to purchase a fountain pen, then dip that fountain pen into the ink and write a letter, then send it out. There was no text messaging, and so a lot of them that came from that, or were taught that, or kept in that form of classism, they look at the young generation right now, and they see like young people coming out of nowhere, going from like nothing to millionaires or billionaires through social media, through being content creators, through crypto, and it's pissing them off, A, because they had to work so hard, or they came from people that worked so hard and they took pride in their traditions of, you know, where they came from to get to where they're at, and they want to consolidate their power. They want to keep their power only for the people that identify with their way of life. And part of doing that is attacking car culture. And car culture, like, really, you know, let's be real, car culture has been going on for a long time. But for us, this new generation, it really got popping with the Fast and Furious movies and them doing like 1,000,000 gear shifts and stuff like that. And everybody wanted to have one of those cars. And then it became to a point where you'd have local car scenes where you would have that one person or somebody like us with a driver mod that, you know, can basically shift and beat automatic cars and stuff like that. And it became like hometown heroes, and everybody wanted to be like them. And we would all meet up and get together in groups, and it didn't matter the race, color, creed, like classism didn't exist really in the car communities. It really just come down to like, are you a cool person? Like, are you a good driver? You got a nice car? How did you modify your car? And they're basically trying to get away with that and just go with a basic, like, no feeling electric car where they can also spy on you 24/7 and know what you're doing and know if you're planning on congregating and coming after them in any way, shape, or form so they can get you up out of there before it happens. So that's essentially where we're at right now, you know, in the world. We're in that form of the French Revolution again, and history does repeat itself. Who knows? Maybe the older people in power will learn and make some changes. But I said all of that to go ahead and explain why you need to get cars like these. Now I'm going to show you. So let me get into the car and I'll show you what I mean. So a lot of you are wondering, why do I say get the 2024 or 2023 or the 2022, or in a lot of cases, if you're going for the Golf R, I'd say get a 2019 Golf R, the last year of the MK 7.5. But if you want to have something special, something that still feels fun to drive, then I say get the 2024 Mark 8 Golf GTI and Golf R, because it's the last year as we know it that where you can currently get this, the manual gearbox. And if these people, if these elite, so-called elites, go ahead and have their way and they do away with the manual gearbox in a lot of these cars, and if they do away with ICE engine, you know, with internal combustion engines and stuff like that, then these cars are going to shoot up in value. And the thing that I like about the Mark 8 or the 2024 is that you do get a digital dash right here and a digital display infotainment system right here, and you still get buttons. You still get your buttons right there. You get the nice manual gearbox, and you get these wonderful seats. I think with the new refreshed version coming in 2025, these are going to be lifted up. It's going to look very different, a lot more nannies and tech inside there, and it's not going to have that manual gearbox. And another thing that's cool, like with this one, you have like a wireless phone charger right there. You got the ambient lighting. So many little touches that makes this car really special that I feel it's going to be almost non-existent with the new ones. So I think what's going to happen is, before 2024 is out, dealerships are going to start marking these Volkswagen GTI 380 editions with these wheels on here, with these black wheels on here. I think these are going to be in high demand, and dealerships are going to start marking them up. They're going to do the same thing with the Golf R and the 2023 model year Golf Rs, like the 2024 model year Golf Rs. I think going down the line, those are going to be very, very difficult to find, especially if they get rid of all the manual gearboxes going forward. Like if all you have is a DSG, and the DSG is fine, but one of the things that I was just talking about with the elites and stuff, something that they're tone deaf on that they don't understand, right? Like the old school mob or mafia, they had two ways of getting things done, right? They'd either help you or they'll hurt you. And what the elites, all they understand is hurting you. All they understand is taking options away from you, and they dictate. So they're basically like old, powerful people that have had power for many, many years. And they're like, why aren't you guys happy with how we run the world? Why are you so upset that we don't give you any options, that we want to be the only ones with private jets and nice cars, and we want to be able to have time away from work to go spend with family and friends and go on yachts and enjoy ourselves and stuff? So they want to be the only ones doing that, and they feel like we should be happy to have nothing. We should have nothing and be happy, right? We should be happy being basically indebted to them our whole lives. And it's basically another form of slavery, you know, that form of classism where they have everything and we have nothing. And their short-sightedness is going to reverse that to where you're going to have pockets of young people come up with new ways to make money, new ways to, you know, to enjoy themselves, new ways to congregate. And, you know, so the more freedoms they try to take away from us, how they try to take away, like, for example, right, I feel like BMW started feeling the pressure when they were like trying to get rid of all the manual gearboxes. I think if you look recently, they just brought back the manual gearbox for the Supra variant that they have. Because I'm not into that car that much, because for so long it didn't have a manual gearbox. But you know which one I'm talking about, the Z4, Z5, or whatever it is. You know, they just brought the manual gearbox for that. The Toyota Supra, for so long, it was only available with the automatic gearbox. And as soon, you know, the pressure was mounting so much where the people were begging and asking for the manual, so Toyota brought it back. You know what I mean? So I think the elites, if they want to survive, and this is free advice for any of them listening, if the elites want to survive and still have the level of comfort and power, or not power, but, you know, money, wealth, comfort, to where nobody's going to mess with them, then they need to learn the other side of the equation. Instead of hurting, help. You know, let there be free markets. Let people decide what they want. Stop trying to control everybody. You know, stop trying to tell everybody what to do. And, you know, you just focus on you. Enjoy your life, and give people the freedom to enjoy their own. Give people the freedom to congregate, to build wealth, to be healthy. You know, basically stop being evil, y'all. Like, stop being evil. Let other people grow and flourish, and let freedom reign. Let everybody have, you know, their ability to choose. Let the markets choose what they want. And if you can help that, then you will make even more money, and people will respect you rather than fear you. And that respect can go a long way, you know, because right now people have so little, they don't even have time to fear no more. They're just ready to fight back. So, you know, a lot of people watching this will be like, man, what's all this have to do with, like, you know, a car losing its manual gearbox? It's just part of, it's, you know how to say sometimes it's the last straw? It's the last straw of, like, you know, one more thing taken away from you. Like, I'll put it in perspective like this. Back in the day, you used to be able to go buy Photoshop and stuff like that. I think like Lightroom and stuff like that. You buy a CD or you buy the file and put it on your computer, and you can use it. You paid for it, you bought it. Now they have it where everything is subscription based, and that is because they want to keep you paying every single month. You know, how dare you think you could just buy something and own it? You know, it's the same reason why they got away from CDs and DVDs and stuff, and everything is subscription based, because they want to keep you paying every month and keep you indebted, keep you basically broke, where you have nothing, they have everything. And like I said, eventually that's going to backfire. So if the elites, if there's one of the elites, or this gets back to the elites, don't make the mistake of trying to shut me up or shut people like me up and shut us down, because that's only going to push. There's going to be one or two people that's going to hear this, that might be the person that will fight back in secrecy and get you back. You know, so rather than try to hurt, try to help, and you'll have a longer, more peaceful time on the planet before your time is done. So that's all I got to say about that. If you got the money and the ability, go out and get one of these manual gearbox, like Volkswagen Golf GTIs. Like, get that manual gearbox there. This is an amazing car. It has like so many things you can do to it, and things that I'm going to be doing with it. By the way, shout out to the whole MOC. Shout out to 100 Getting Nate, Blueprint One Elite, Q to Chaotic. Like, we're going to be doing some content and showing off their manual gearbox cars as well, because they're manual gearbox enthusiasts. Look up for the MOC meetup with Will Motivation in Miami. That's coming up soon. And thank all of you for being a part of my channel from back when I had my 2019 Subaru WRX STI, to my 2019 Golf R, to the Camaro, to all the other cars that we've had on the channel. I appreciate all of you, and I'm so grateful that you've been here and you tune in and hear what I got to say every week. You know, very, very grateful for all of you. And yeah, like I said, it's time for a change. Like, if you want to be part of the solution, go buy one of these cars now. Show with your money where, you know, what we want. Let the markets dictate what everybody wants. And for the elites, if any of you guys are watching, stop trying to take away our freedoms and our choices, you know, because it's going to work to your detriment. And that's not a threat. That's just somebody that understands history and how it repeats itself. So if you don't want a repeat of the French Revolution, learn to let go, let nature take its course, let the next people come up and do their thing. And if you do things the right way now, people will respect you and things will unfold in a way that'll be favorable for everyone. Well, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Race Car Friends out. All right, guys, so we're back with Johanna. What's up? Look at her, she's sounding all shy. All of a sudden, camera turns on. Yo, but first off, man, show them your outfit, man. Turn around, let them check it out, man. She's styling it. Hold on. Shoe check in. Bam! Woo! He's wearing the goat shoes right there. Like,